Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's talk about published. Okay, now I've gone over definitions of published, and what published allows you to do basically is to, um, basically it helps also update your view, whatever view is using a published property. It updates that view automatically. Um, and you basically there are two ways you can use published, or well, at least two ways, right? There's you can implement in the object, um, observable object. That's a protocol, and you also designate that property as being published. You can do that, and you can also um, create a property that is designated observed object. And yeah, and again, your views will monitor it, and when there's a change in the data, things will change. So, and how what makes this different from maybe using the at state is that at state only works in that one view. Published and implementing the observable object, or making a property use the observable object, the observed object wrapper. Um, those things can be done across multiple views, right? You're accessing the same information. So maybe this seems confusing. I'm going to actually do this in a way that illustrates it, okay? So here we go. I create a new project, and this is called Publish Tutorial. But let's go ahead and get down to business. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this out. We don't want this. No, something I don't even want the V stack. Get out of here, right? Okay, so I should start getting an error, right? And let's go ahead and create another struct up here, right? I'm just gonna wait. Let's just put V stack back here. Okay, I'm gonna say V stack, right? We want to do this. So now our errors are going away. Stop it. Our errors are going away, but now, okay, go away already. Now I need to go ahead and create another class, right? I'm going to go ahead and create a class, and this class is going to be, right? This class is going to be user data. And this will, my typing. Okay, and this will be designated observable object. Okay, and now that I have this, I'm going to make this at published, right? Var name equals Jack Johnson. Okay, so I got Jack Johnson in the house, right? So now in this content view, we're going to use that property, right? But this is already set. We're going to use this property. And basically, we're going to create an instance of it and get this property back, which would be Jack Johnson, right? So here we go, okay? And let's do it like this. Content view, we're going to say at observed, not observable, observed object, private, because it's only going to be used in this view, not outside of it. But we're going to share the information, right? Because other views are going to create an instance of it, and everybody is looking at the same information. You will see what I'm saying. Okay, and it's only going to be in time will all of this make sense. It took me a little bit of time looking over it over and over again. User data. Okay. Now, let's see, stop. Okay, there we go. You gotta go ahead and build this mug to just to get it hurrying along, right? Otherwise, it's gonna be playing with you, right? Get rid of that. I don't want to see that. Okay, there we go. That should go away. There you go. Okay, so now that I have this, we have this var body, vstack, and we'll just say this. Look, okay. Oh, sorry. I'm going to do. Okay. So now I'm going to say, why is this not coming off? Stop. I'm going to create it. Just make just text real quick, okay? Text. This is not what we want to say. Text and name, and of course, this name is we're going to say user data dot name, right? Right, because we have an instance of it. User data dot name in the name property, and there we go. Jack Johnson. Okay. I just want you to be able to see that. Let's go ahead and go here. Right. See. So we have, again, this could be a separate view that use the observable object, and we still have this, or have it doing an observed object when we set the value, right? So yeah, anyway. So now we're here. We're gonna do this, right? But we don't want this actually, right? I just want to let you know, just so you see that we have multiple views and they're accessing the same thing, right? And we're gonna create another view, right? So we have that one, and let's go ahead and create another view. Okay. This view is going to be called struct another view, right? Another view, colon, view, right? And now we'll say at observed object, right? Var, actually, I'm going to put this back, the text right here, text. Okay, text. Okay, name, colon, right? This, and then we're going to say user data dot name, right? So we have that, and then we're going to go here, var, okay, user data is of type what? User data, right? User data. Okay, and we have this, right? And we're gonna, let's go ahead, and since this is a view, we gotta create a body, right? Var body, right? The more you guys keep doing this, the more a lot of the stuff is gonna come to the top of your head, you know. Okay. Then I'm gonna say text, just so you guys can see that text, right? I'm gonna say another view. View, and my name is my name is user data what dot what name. That's right. You know what it is. You know what it is, right? So now make sure that everything is buildings, everything built, right? And we go here, right? Right. So we have this. Um, yep. And another name. So yes, so now we have our preview provider, right? Or whatever. Everything's pointing to our content view. So we're going to do is start putting everything in our content view. So I'm going to say this. This is our content view. Which is the main view, and then I'm going to call this another view, right? So I'm going to say spacer, right, dot height, no, not help, frame, okay, height, height 50, right? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Ugh, that's gross. And so now I'm gonna say we'll create another thing that says text, not test, text. And this is gonna say another view, and another view is another view. And actually, that's not how we're gonna create another view by saying get rid of this right here. Another view, right? Another view, right? And of course, we pass in our user data. Again, because we have this observed object, because we have this observed object, guess what? It will be updated there. Okay. So let's go ahead and right. Okay, this thing is taking forever, really. Okay, I'm lose my patience. Right, I'm losing my patience with the preview. I am. So as you can see, they're both being shown. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and put a text field in here. Okay. Let's go ahead and do it like this. Okay, I'll say spacer. Actually, I'm gonna go right here. And basically, this is just supposed to kind of illustrate some of these concepts, right? As time goes on, I will go ahead and create apps and have you guys shadow me. We're going to use these things in the context of the real world. Name, right, comma, text, right, $ user data dot name. Okay, so there we go. User data dot name, and I'm gonna go here, right? This thing, I swear. Okay, so yeah, there we go. This thing should be like into your name or something, right? Well, it's not, right? So this is it right here, right? That's the text. So now what I'm gonna do is, of course, I can go here and comment or edit it, right? Let's go in the simulator and do that, not in the preview, right? Right, because the simulator is where you're supposed to do this, right? And no, this is kind of not kind of jumbled up and not aesthetically pleasing, but I'm trying to make a point, right? So Jack Johnson, let's say, Arnold Drummond from Different Strokes. As you can see, as I'm tapping, all the views are keeping up. Arnold Drummond is Gary Coleman. R.I.B. You see that? You see how all these, so this is what you do. This is what happens when you make an object, a class, an object observable. You implement the observable object protocol, right? And then you use these in your thing, making them observed, right? Yes. So I'm sorry, I don't know why I said this was like the published, because it's not. It's observed an observable object. I don't know what's going through my mind. Yeah. So that's what this is. We aren't talking about published. We're talking about observed and observable object. I think I'm tired or something, and but this is correct. So this makes sense to you. Follow along for more tutorials, and we're on to the next. So let me go back and recap that again, because this is about published. My bad. I'm tired. So yes, when in order to, when in this case, when we create a property with the published wrapper, we also implemented observable object protocol, um, thus making name observable. And then we accessed an instance of it. And all these instances, we access an instance of it here in content view using an observed object wrapper, and then another view. Again, observed object wrapper. Okay. And yeah. And then after that, yeah. So then we made an instance right here, we called it, and we displayed everything in our right here in our little content preview. And we can see again that, and in our we can see that all the every instance of user data with the property name, it shares that information across all the views. So as you can see, as I delete it, Gary C, Gary C, Gary C. As I delete it, you know, every view has the same information. So yeah, yeah, sorry about that. I misspoke. On to the next.